Y'all come join us on the salty side. We're a family of four doing America's great loop. We got dad just retired, the pastry chef and the high school senior, and mom is the first mate, just keeping it fun. We got a little pup, and y'all are gonna love him. He gives the best side eye. Oh! Oh yeah! Y'all come join us on the salty side eye.
Hi, I'm Jenny from the Salty Side Eye. Thanks for joining us. This episode, we're going to be in Ontario, Canada, doing the Trent Severn Waterway. At the end of the Trent Severn, there is something I had never seen before, maybe you haven't either, but it was called the Big Chute. And it's a rail car that takes your boat out of the water, across the train tracks, and down into the next body of water. Pretty amazing.
Beginning of the Trent Severn Waterway, 47 locks, 240 miles,
Woo! How long is that going to take us, you think?
8 days.
Okay. What are you most nervous about?
Water depth levels,
Are there a lot of rocks?
rocks, but they're only a problem when the water depth is low, and we're coming off of a drought in August in this part of Canada. So water levels are at an all-time low.
So we're watching for water levels. Right now
Rocks
it's
on charts.
15.3, and then on the charts, so I'll go to my chart right here, you can see it will point out things as we come to them. Things that should be watching. This is our depth. So sometimes fish come on it too. You can see sonar. So we have the red on this side and the green on this side right now. It changes depending on what waterway you're in. Your channel markers. So we're at our first lock on the Trent Severn. Here we go into our first Canadian lock. I've got my hook ready. This is a smaller lock than we are used to on the Erie Canal and the Oswego Canal. And in Canada, you have to turn your engines off when you're in the lock. So you really have to hold on to these ropes.
Trent Severn Lock 1.
Woo-hoo! The Trent Severn does have 45 locks. Sometimes it felt like it was Groundhog Day every other minute, but the locks on the Trent Severn have some unique qualities we hadn't seen before. One of those being manual locks, which means just like you see Ellie and one of the lock masters turning this by hand, this is how the doors open and close, and also how the water levels are changed. The Trent Severn Waterway also has an interesting history. It was originally built for commercial traffic, but by the time they finished it in 1917, commercial boats were being built too large to fit. The largest boat that it can accommodate is 100 feet long. So now it's mainly a waterway for pleasure craft like those of us on the Great Loop. At this lock, Longfellow and I got a chance to do the manually turn locks. I'm not sure this is what he had in mind when he wanted to go for a walk. Ontario is also home to many swans. Look, we got mooned by a swan. They were everywhere. Couldn't get enough of the swans. In the grass, in the water. Not all locks are created equal. This one was so tall, it took a lot longer to get through than some of the shorter ones. You have to plan your day to be flexible. because depending on the number of boats trying to get through the locks, well, that determines how long your day will be and how far you will get. Locks don't stay open all night. They usually close about 6. As we were nearing Campbellford, Ontario, we noticed a suspension bridge. And that is the Rainy Gorge Suspension Bridge. It's 30 feet high and 300 feet across above a gorge. We went to try to cross it. Longfellow was so excited until he realized there were holes in the bridge. So we carried him and he was fine. It's truly impressive how well kept towns like Hastings and Campbellford and Bobcaygeon, many of these towns were just kept so well and beautifully manicured when it came to flowers, alongside the waterways, the locks. It's very impressive. We came upon the Peterborough Bridge Lock, which is very famous when you're on the Great Loop. People look forward to this. It is one of 2 hydraulic lift locks on the Trent Severn Waterway. So this bridge opened up in 1904 to the public, and it is huge. It has an elevation change of 65 feet, making it the highest hydraulic lift lock in North America. It uses 2 bathtubs, for lack of a better term, to move the boats up and down into the lock and out of the lock. No power is needed. It functions by gravity alone, which is amazing. And here we go. He's keeping himself in that boat. I've mentioned in other videos that we each take turns helping Phil watch for logs or rocks or just keeping him company, and the others of us just find things to do. We all like being in the top together though. It's beautiful and you get to see everything, and we listen to music and we just have a good time. The bird watching on this trip has been pretty epic. See the loon right up here on the right. It's not very often that you can go this fast because of the speed limit. We're in a lake in between rivers, so. Okay, so look at this island. It has a church on it. It's Sunday morning, and people have ridden their boats to church on this little island. That is so cool. We stayed in the town of Bobcaygeon, Ontario, for a couple of nights. And it's such a fun downtown. It had a dairy, there was a rainbow, a double rainbow over our boat. While the waterways were beautiful, we were always watching the depth because you sure don't want to bump the bottom. Cautious. That's a thin opening. He did it. Woohoo! Way to go, Captain. Some areas were extremely narrow. You have to do a security call before you go into the canal to make sure that you're not going to meet a boat head on. It is a log that could do some damage. We had a lovely stay in Orillia, Ontario. Just look at those skies. And once again, Longfellow found a walking path. Somewhere after Orillia, we did bump something, probably the bottom, and we did not know exactly if we should stop and have our props traded out because we carry an extra set, or what was going on. So we went ahead and went on, just being mindful of it and calling ahead and trying to find a marina where a mechanic could pull our boat out of the water and look at our props. Sometimes in Florida and in warmer waters, people will dive under the boat and change out props. But we couldn't find anyone up in Ontario that would do that on this size prop. And then finally, we made it to the Big Chute.
We're here. It's awesome. So we just got here at the last minute, and we're gonna do it.
Okay. You excited? Okay, I'll see you on the other side of the chute. What? Bye. Okay. I'm running off the boat. If you know me, you know this is not normal for me. So I want to get video of them going through the chute. There we go. Oh, heavens to Betsy. If I see a snake, it's all over. Okay, here they go. I see them.
So I'll take. Yeah, no, no, we can't. We have to
were quite a few spectators there because it is a tourist attraction. It is the only marine railway in North America. It lifts boats over a hill on a railroad track instead of using a normal lock. It's a 58-foot drop. It takes about 10 minutes to get from one side to the other. And we made it as the last boat of the day. After we finished the Big Chute, we decided just to stay on the wall, which is allowed in Canada. And we would leave the next morning to go see the mechanic in Midland, Ontario, just to take a look at our props to see what, if any, damage had taken place. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Y'all come join us on the salty side. We're a family of four doing America's great loop. We got dad just retired, the pastry chef and the high school senior, and mom is the first mate, just keeping it fun. We got a little pup, and y'all are gonna love him. He gives the best side eye.